Hello and welcome to My Life in Spain. My name's Mark and today we're trying a volcanic wine from the island, Canary Island of Lanzarote, called El Grifo, which means griffin in English. It's the name of the winery, El Grifo. In recent years, volcanic wines have been gaining in popularity, especially in Italy, with wines found on Mount Etna and Mount Vesuvius becoming increasingly popular. And so I thought, well, I've never had a volcanic wine, I'll give it a go. And I knew Spain had volcanoes. In 1730, volcanoes began erupting on Lanzarote. They erupted from 1730 until 1736. And the eruptions covered 24 villages in ash. So the residents, as a quarter of the island, were displaced. And what happened was the King of Spain granted them land in what is today San Antonio in Texas. So the original inhabitants of San Antonio, Texas came from Lanzarote in the Canary Islands. Now, a friend of mine was going to spend the winter in the Canary Islands and I asked him, could you pick me up a bottle of volcanic wine? El Grifo to be exact, because it's probably one of the best known volcanic wines in the Canary Islands. This particular bottle is half a litre. It's got an ABV of 13%, and you can see it's got the Canary Island seal on it for Lanzarote to guarantee that that's where it's from. It's made from I can pronounce it right, Malvasía grapes, and it says on it Seco, which is dry, Selection Seco Malvasía Volcánica, volcano. So it's interesting how they grow this. It's really difficult to grow, and they only have a limited amount each year. I think this particular wine, no, actually all the wines from El Grifo, they make 350,000 bottles a year, and that's it. Everything's done by hand. It's very labor intensive, and what they do, they dig craters in the volcanic ash until they get to the topsoil, and then they plant the vines. Now on top of the craters they place stones to protect the vines from the wind, because it's very windy on Lanzarote. It's also very dry. Lanzarote gets very little rainfall, so the vines rely on humidity to provide themselves with water. At night the temperature drops down because they're high up, and the dew on the vine leaves is collected by the plants, and that's how they water themselves. Everything's, like I say, everything's harvested by hand, and it's really labor intensive. And so I've never had a volcanic wine before. What I'm expecting from this is it to be very acidic and maybe a lot of mineral taste, and maybe even a little bit of salt because it's of it being near the sea breezes and everything. We'll see. Anyway, I've got some friends visiting from the UK, and my friend's girlfriend, Diane, she loves wine, and so she's always talking about this wine and that wine. So I'm going to share this with her and get her opinion on what she thinks about it. Plus I'll give you mine. Price wise, I think this was around 20 euros in the store. So it's not expensive and it's not cheap. Well, Spanish wine can be either expensive or cheap. This I guess I'd put in the reasonable ballpark. Anyway, I'll let you know what I think in a minute. Bye for now. Okay, and I'm back. This is Diane.
Hello.
The wine expert. Now, you've never had this wine before, right?
No.
No, me either. Okay.
El Grifo.
Weird smell. Not floral at all. Not citrusy either. Now, this is made with Malvasía grapes, which only grow in the Canary Islands, by the way. First impressions?
Quite strong.
It's like only 13%.
Oh. Nice. Could be chilled a bit more.
Very acidic.
I think it would grow on you. It's nice.
Yeah, it's acidic.
It is drinkable.
It's dry. And yet you do have a little bit of salty taste to it. This would definitely grow on you. You're right. I
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah, it would. Be nice. Sip and savour. It's not a down and drink one. It's
No, sit and savour.
Yeah.
I agree.
yeah.
Oh.
It's going to go down very nice for lunch.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the
Bye.
next video.
Bye.
El Grifo, volcanic wine from Lanzarote. Bye for now.